It's football time in Tennessee. Those words have long been associated with running through the tee, the glory of the checkerboard end zone, and the Big Orange ready to do battle. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. As we'll see the number 11 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Tennessee Volunteers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. He'll call for the fair catch here. So Tennessee's offense will take the first swing of the game. Legendary Tennessee coach General Bob Neyland used to say you never know what a football player's made of until he faces Alabama. We're about to find out what everybody's made of, guys.
Yes, we are, and this rivalry is so great. Growing up in the South, man, you knew the third Saturday in October was Throwdown, was big-name Tennessee, big-name Alabama, Jesse, and they were going to go at it.
And, David, it just feels like when these two teams take the field, there's just a different energy in the stadium. Regardless of where they're playing, someone's going to be enjoying victory cigars when this one's over. Can't wait to find out who.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. To the air, it's Iamaleava. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. The give to the back. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. The Big Orange churning out those first downs on the ground, sort of like Arian Foster used to do.
Yeah, you couldn't write the script any better. Just pound the ball, establish the run game, opens up the play action, exactly how you want to run your offense.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This defense is going to have to do a better job slowing down the run. We've seen twice now in this opening drive. This guy break one. And so this defense has to do a better job at the point of attack, and their D coordinator probably is already thinking to himself, do I have to get another guy in the box to slow this guy down?
Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Now they're going to throw it. Caught behind the line. It's Sampson. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. They've really performed at an elite level in conference play, and that'll build your confidence as we continue through this SEC season.
This was a team that was really motivated in the offseason coming into this one, and they knew the challenge ahead of them, but they also know how talented they are. And, David, they're putting that on display each and every week here in SEC play.
And let's pump the brakes, because if they're happy with what they've done so far, they're going to have some losses. Like, this is a tough league. The SEC is not easy to navigate. They're going to have to continue to grow and get better, but it's a heck of a start.
Gets open down the middle. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. It is perfect. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
Well, this team knew coming into tonight. To get momentum early, playing at home, they want to get the crowd into it, so you get a beautiful drive here to start this thing. You would have liked to cap it off with a touchdown, but listen, you set yourself up for a field goal, you knock it through the uprights, you've got the lead, everything right now looking good.
Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. So the Alabama Crimson Tide offense comes out for their first possession of the game. This matchup on the outside, Jesse, a big play weapon for the offense, a shutdown corner for the D.
They say big-time players make big plays in big games, so who gets the best of this matchup, that's going to determine the game.
I mean, such a fun chess match. How much are they on each other during the game? The head-to-head matchup that everybody wants to see.
Crimson Tide dominated the last time they saw the balls blowing out Tennessee.
Man, Reese, it was roll tide roll as soon as they got off the bus. David, they were bigger, they were stronger and faster, and it showed up on the scoreboard.
Oh, and Tennessee hasn't forgotten about it. You've had a year to stew on it and do something about it because you had a lot of mistakes a year ago. And it's a nice job by this defense to understand, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
To the air, it's Milroe. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Looking for a productive play on first down. They're going to throw it to start the drive. He's going to run it. Despite all the bitterness in the Alabama-Auburn rivalry, to many, this game, Alabama-Tennessee, has the richest tradition and carries the most importance.
And you think of some of the legends that have trolled the sidelines in this rivalry, right? Paul Bear Bryant, Johnny Majors, Nick Saban. This has been such a critical game, not just in the SEC, but all across college football as well, Dave.
Yeah, in 1901, going back that far, this rivalry, the fans absolutely don't like each other. They don't like anything about each other. Every time the other team's playing, they're cheering against them. This game has always meant a lot.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Complete out of the backfield. Still on his feet at the 45. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical game.
Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. First down to start the drive after the bridge. Wide receiver coming across in motion. The give to the back. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Quarterback checking the play. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
To the air, it's Iamaleava. He makes the connection. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. And he'll try to make it 2 for 2, this time from 35 yards away. Absolutely perfect. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, it's a final now in one of the more intriguing games of the week, that notable top 25 clash. Michigan came through with a lunch pail, hard hat performance, and the end result is an eye-opening road victory. And it's not so much that they won, it's more how they won. And the fact this wasn't ever really in question. Going to be interesting to see what the fallout from this one is for one ranked team, while the other figures to get a bounce when the new rankings come out, guys.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll try the run. At the 35, he's open. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Alabama quickly back to the line.
Yeah, defensively, you better be ready to run east and west when you're playing against this offense. And their running game, that time, the offense was able to outflank the defense to the right side for a big play.
Quick strike complete. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
It's a really nice-looking throw. This dude is a weapon in this offense at the quarterback position. It's so funny. You know, I think back to guys like Greg McElroy and A.J. McCarron, guys that may or may not have unfairly been tabbed as game managers. And then you think of Jalen Hurts, Tua, and Bryce Young in recent years, and just how dynamic and versatile these guys were at the position and how they've really helped take this offense to the next level. Watching this guy reminds me a little bit of that.
The corners are walked up tight. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
You know, as an offense, when you're trying to complete these tunnel screens, you're going to have to be able to negotiate some of these defenders near the line of scrimmage. They're all looking to swat it away. Good job by the defense there.
They're going to throw it again. He's got him this time. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal.
Hey, who says hitch passes can't get big yards? Receiver catches it, makes a guy miss, and goes and gets a 1st down.
Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll go with a direct snap. And the defense stuffs the run, and the ball will remain at the 2. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6. So loud it's rattling your fillings on 3rd and goal. Wants to throw. It's Milroe. It's complete. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the extra point puts them on top by 1. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he'll bring it back. And the returner is stopped. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
caught in the backfield. It's Sampson. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. The RPO, it's complete.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Couldn't pick it up on 2nd down. Now they need a couple on 3rd down. They'll try to get it through the air. Caught in the backfield, it's Sampson. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Quarterback checking off. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Going to try to get it himself. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down.
It's a really nice job of the offense mixing it up on this drive. We've seen some nice plays throwing it, and how about that one running it too? Great push up front.
Got it behind the line. It's Sampson. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, and letting them get some positive yards.
On the move, it's Sampson. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And guys, how much better does it feel if you go to that locker room with a lead? They have a chance to do it here. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Volunteer.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
And the extra point was good. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
To throw, it's Milroe. Makes the grab. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. He wants to throw. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Miller. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Line getting set on second down. He's looking to throw. Safe completion on the screen. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
this defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Snares it outside. It's Tlobf. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
As a defender, you use the sideline as the 12th man. That's another guy. You know the play stops there. He can't make a catch. Great job by the wide receiver, fighting for his space, catching the ball, and staying in bounds.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. And back to the air on second down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Young. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. And he's got it counted all the way to 55. Never in doubt.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on fourth down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. One more snap coming before halftime. They'll throw it on first down. Looking for a huge play. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, think of all the legendary players who've been a part of this game, and we have a few more vying for that status so far today in an always emotional battle between the Tide and Vols. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on third down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those two stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top.
The Vols will line up to kick off and start the second half. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. How about this crowd rattling the rafters and trying to help their defense? They'll keep it on the ground to start the second half. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold it. Open.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. After the misconnection, it's second down. He'll pull it on the read. Can't get him to the ground. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. So third and short from inside the 20. You convert here, and this drive takes on a different complexion. Back to pass, it's Milroe. He's got an open man. All kinds of running room. The tag. Touchdown tie. And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Line gets set, first down. The give out of the gun. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on second and short. Wide out in motion. They'll run it from the gun. They pushed it out to the 39 after picking up 5.
And I like the quarterback making the decision quickly. I'm going to give it. I'm not going to throw the football off the RPO and just let my back get some positive yards. You're getting 5+ yards. That is a great job by the offense. Continue to stick with it.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
Caught in the backfield, it's Sampson. This is the kind of performance, guys, that sort of etches your name in the roar of a rivalry.
And playing big in this big moment, on this big stage, it is so nice to have a playmaker like that you can highlight, that you can focus on, that you can trust in.
He was so excited coming into this game, too, because he knows that oftentimes your legacy as a player is defined by how you play in rivalry games like this.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Back to throw, it's Iamaleava. Sends it downfield. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Great job by the defense there. They weren't surprised by that play call there on 3rd and short. They were expecting pass. They took everything away and forced the incompletion.
The give and the run on 4th down. The Volunteers get it past the sticks.
There's 11 guys on offense there, locked in and playing together. That was a critical 4th down in their opponent's territory. Everybody did an outstanding job of executing, and now they get to stay on the field.
They'll throw it on 1st down. He's looking deep. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
When I'm an offensive coach, I'm going to take shots. I'm going to take those 50-50 balls. And most of the time, I'm going to trust my wide receiver to come down with it. The defensive back said, no, sir.
Grab behind the line. It's Sampson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success, and now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
Third and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. Quick release on the RPO. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the 1st down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the 1st down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision to make.
Try to get it on the ground. Tackled, but he has a 1st down.
No mystery there. 4th and inches. Hand it off, keep the drive alive.
And the Vols have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, give on the inside. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'll immediately call timeout. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Dropping back, it's Iamaleava. Swings it out to the flat. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
I don't love the play call at this juncture in the game. You're down. You've got to take shots. The defense is not going to be blitzing, so these screens probably aren't going to work.
They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And they did not let him get to that 1st down line. It'll bring up a call here.
I think you run that ball right there knowing that I'm going to run it again on 4th down. I'm going to go for it on 4th down. I got another play. Nice job by that defensive line not getting moved around, making a play. They got to get one more stand right here.
And the Volunteers get enough for the 1st down.
4th and 1, I got to know my situation. I got to know I can't mess around as a running back. I got to get through the hole, make the 1st down. No matter what, if I got to run somebody over, I'm running straight downhill, straight for those sticks, making sure I get that 1st down.
Fast motion from the offense. They want the edge on the jet sweep.
Let me tell you something. When that guy goes in motion, alert, alert. He's a burner. I have to be 100% locked in and understand they can give him the football and he can burn. Great job by the defense being locked in on their keys and knowing that could be a possibility.
Got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. Bought a little time, lets it go. Caught near the sticks. It's White. Touchdown ball! They move on top here in the 4th. If he can make this one, the lead will be 3. He's got it, and the lead is up to a field goal. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, it has gone final in that top 25 matchup we've been keeping a close eye on. Auburn is going to get out of Dodge with a win. It's a shave that might have been a little closer than Tigers fans wanted, but a road victory feels great no matter what the final score is. Each week in college football, the tests are just so tough. And we found that out again today, guys, with another ranked team going down.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So the defense trying to protect the lead, but they could also put a punctuation mark on this thing and end it with a big turnover. He's going to throw deep right side. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Not only a great play, but tremendous discipline by this sophomore to make the pick.
And that's just excellent cover. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open. And if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
The handoff keeps working on that clock. Crosses the 40, gets it down to the 35 before he stopped a gain of 6.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Not much room to run. Let's give him 1 to the 33. We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. This third down play might be the last chance for this defense to stay in the game. Caught behind the line. It's Sampson. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
Well, offensive coordinators put in countless hours every week trying to formate and use different personnel groupings and shifts and motions to give their offense a success on third down. You can tell in this game, this offensive coordinator, he has put in the work this week.
The Vols have it with a 1st and 10. Motion from the offense. Looking for a gap. It's Selden. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Right back to the well. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. From the gun, running back on the move. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And he puts through the extra point. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get louder.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. He's got the tight end. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Looking for a man. It's Milrow. They're trying to get to it. Knocked down immediately, but a big gain down to the 45. Alabama pushing the tempo. He's going to pass. They're bringing heat. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. He's looking to throw. Fires to the middle. A strike downfield. Love to see the fearlessness of a quarterback to work the middle of the field.
And he's got so much confidence in his own arm talent to be able to get that football there before the defense can break it up.
Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Fires to the right. He's got it. Defense knocks him down immediately after the catch, but now they're facing a goal-to-go situation from the 7. He spikes it, clock stops as they try to rally late. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. Give him 6 and give them a chance with the late touchdown still alive in this one.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
Just under 30 seconds left, so they've got a chance if they can get this onside kick, which is if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Well, look what we have here, guys. After all the early season doubts, these guys have put together a winning streak.
They sure have. And man, they're just believing in themselves right now. This is a completely different looking team than what we saw early in the year. They're playing with so much more confidence. And David, when you start making plays, you start stringing W's together, that's obviously